Hello. Hello, hello. I don't usually go live, but I decided I was going to go live, and if you're watching this live and nobody's going to, that's great. I wanted to show and tour the Harmonic Egg and Wellness Center. That's not what it's called. Harmonic Egg and Wellness KC. It's located off Quivira in Lenexa, Kansas. Erin, my sister, is the facilitator and guardian of this egg, and I wanted to give you a tour. This is the first time I've gotten to actually physically be here, and I'm excited to get into the egg. I've been egged before, but not here, when she was considering doing the egg. So, how do I flip this around? There it is. Okay, so we're gonna go in. So this is the outside. Families are here. Our families are here, so you will be greeted by them soon. And here is Erin. You all know my sister.
Hello.
And here is what you walk into, this beautiful space. This space was pretty much blank to begin with. And she chose the flooring, the coloring, the ceiling, the light fixtures, everything. She did most of this work herself with the help of a good friend. So even building the actual walls, she did. So this is the lobby waiting area. You can see that we've got some seating and some electrolytes. When you get out of the egg, you're given electrolytes. Lots of crystals, some of which are her personal crystals, some of which her sister-in-law, so not really my sister-in-law, but does crystals selling. And so there's stuff here for purchase as well, if you decide that you need something while you're here. Her beautiful, beautiful sign that was created for her. And then this beautiful pamphlet that includes a photo of myself. Thanks, Photo Doula of Tulsa, Taryn, for letting us use the image that she took of me for that. And you walk down the hallway. She's got a cool whiteboard area here that she can write things on. This is where you're going to hear noise and see noise. Here is Frankie and Cameron, and Dad is here. And this is Erin's office / Reiki room. So seating, more beautiful crystals, beautiful lighting. We've got the big light on in here if you were to come in. Cameron? Anyways, internet was like, be quiet. So there's where you lay down for some Reiki. She's got her gong, some beautiful crystal bowls and tuning forks. And more crystals.
You need water?
Grandpa is here. We just celebrated his 75th birthday. He is here to get egged because it makes him feel fabulous. And our uncle who's visiting from Utah just got out of the egg, so no, he's outside. So Dad is getting ready to get in the egg. You can see what this process looks like. So here's the egg room. Plenty of space in here. More crystals, this beautiful picture that I acquired for her thanks to somebody in Haslett, Texas. Hold on, baby. Some beautiful art on the wall. These awesome lights, like just the feeling of the space is amazing. Manifesting tree.
I get so many compliments on the manifesting.
The manifesting tree is a thing. And then here's the egg. So the door slides in and out. You step on the platform. You sit in the zero gravity chair. Yes.
Yes, it reclines to
It
zero gravity.
reclines to zero gravity. You can hear that there's music playing. There's lots of different tracks. It depends on what the person receiving a session needs. The different lighting. So this is the current lighting. I feel like this would be my choice of lighting if I were picking for myself, because these are my colors. But So you've got sound on either end of the egg. It was built on site, put together on site. So it's very large. I mean, it's larger than a car.
It's 11 by 7.
It's 11 by 7. So it's a very large thing. So you get, when you go in the harmonic egg, you get in for 50 minutes total. Tell me.
Oh,
It's
hello
too late.
everybody who
It's
is
1:11.
looking at me and my beautiful all natural
Nobody
state.
cares. Tell us about the egg. Don't tell us about your insecurities.
Normally I don't have them, but I didn't do anything today. So the egg, you're in it for a total of 50 minutes. There's 40 minutes of music constantly playing. And then after that 40 minutes is up, there's 10 minutes of silence for your body to receive the energy and it fully I say fully integrate, but not fully integrate. But it's that time period for you to just take a pause and for your body to be able to fully receive that. It normally takes anywhere between, I'd say, 72 hours to 5 days to fully integrate from an egg session with the energy and the frequency that it is providing you.
What's the purpose of an egg session, Erin?
Well, Michelle, I'm glad you asked.
Too bad Laura's not here. We could break into song when we're all done.
We could do that later. there will be an intermission and then to be continued. So the purpose of the egg is to help balance out the frequencies within our bodies. The body is made up of energy, which is made up of frequencies. And the frequencies within the egg that we use help to balance out those frequencies and fine tune them. The initial session that you would get would reset the autonomic nervous system, which gives you a really good foundation to then be able to receive all the energy and the fine tuning that we do. If you think of it kind of like you're trying to fine tune a radio station, it's all made up of different frequency. The light, the music, it all helps to balance out your body's energy.
Oh, Laura's here.
And then by balancing out your body's energy, your body's in a controlled environment where then your body is able to heal itself, because that's what our bodies were intended to do, is to heal itself. And by body, I do mean body and soul, so subtle energy as well. It's not just about the physical, but it also helps with emotional.
So how do you pick what the settings are? Because you have different colors and different lights
Handy notebook.
and different music. Is it kind of like a recipe for what your body and soul needs right now?
Yes. So there are the different instruments and the different music.
You can open it.
You can get in depth.
Well, no, I can't. The door is
Pull the door and open it.
See? 75-year-old John Davis getting into the egg. He's been egged a few times, and he comes back for it. Dad, what does the egg help you with? Why do you come?
the body calmness, relax. Aches and pains are gone. I feel calm and relaxed and serene.
So it helps like your joint pain, your arthritis.
It helps the whole
It helps
body.
your head feel better, your clarity, like
It
you
helps
just
with
feel
everything.
calmer. It helps
Yeah.
with everything.
Yeah, I feel relaxed.
And for how many days do you think that you feel good after you get an egg session?
About 3 or 4 days.
3 or 4
maybe
days,
5.
5 days you feel really good,
Yeah.
and then you're like, I want to get back in the egg.
What did you think about this before you tried it?
I was very skeptical.
Did you just think it was silly?
I didn't think it, yeah.
Like, what the heck is this thing?
Yeah.
What is my daughter trying to make me do?
What shenanigans is she getting into now?
Erin into shenanigans, never. But now you drive up to Kansas City from Topeka
Yeah.
to come do an egg session.
Yes.
So, okay, we'll let you have your session.
Beautiful.
It has nothing to do with seeing her, and just to do with getting in the egg.
Dad has visited me much more frequently now that I have an egg.
We love you. Enjoy your session. So, he was very skeptical, very skeptical. Like, He has, you know, PTSD, Parkinson's. I'm talking in a minute. So, you know, he has a lot of stuff. He's 75. And overall, really, I would say good health, considering. But he comes to get in the egg. Hey, can you guys be quiet so people can hear me, please? Oh, they're playing. And then back to the back, we have, you know, a bathroom. He's in the egg. So here's her powder room, her bathroom. And, you know, the vibe kind of continues in here. And I'm sure she was very thrilled to find this piece to fit perfectly in her corner. So, when you come in and you are going to get into the egg, like you take off your jewelry, take off your shoes, take off the belt, you know, empty your pockets, that kind of thing, and get comfortable. And the focus for each session can be different. So if you've done a baseline session to reset the autonomic nervous system, then you can come back and you say, okay, here's something that's like, you know, this back pain or my pinky finger, or it can be physical, or it can be soul growth. It can be your spiritual self, your emotional self. And I will brag on my sister a bit that she is also very intuitive. And so after you get in the egg, and you get done, she will process some with you about the experience, and if anything came up emotionally or physically for you in the egg, answer questions, and just facilitate the initial integration for you, not for you, with you. So she's also able to pick up, you know, like, hey, you feel like maybe you've got this going on, or you feel like maybe you've got this pain happening. What can we do about that? Like, how's the egg going to help you with that? So, my other sister has arrived. She'll be mad at me if I put her on Facebook Live. Hi. She did not. She walked into this. So Laura is also here. I am Facebook Living. I am.
I was like, who are you talking
I'm talking to Facebook.
Okay.
Hi, Amy Whitaker. Hi, Leanne Randall.
Amy.
Leanne. She's somebody that I met through MOPS when we lived here when Cameron was a baby. So Leanne, you're here. You are local. You can come check it out. So my other sister is a massage therapist in Lee Summit. She also does energy work. She also does readings. Both my sisters.
I'm making coffee.
And yes, it's coffee time. It was a long day yesterday. We celebrated Dad's birthday. It was kind of a long day. It was a lot of energy. It was fun.
It was good energy. It was just, yeah.
Anyways, so if you're in Kansas City and you need or desire any of these
And I'm
things,
doing evening appointments.
she's doing evenings
I'm
again.
Evenings, yes.
If you're needing any of these things, these are two wonderful people who know what they're doing.
How can I help?
How can I help?
So,
And,
let's see, where's her?
Back there.
and can assist you with any of those things. And I was going to say, are both very calm and gentle in their approach. Aaron will tell you a little bit more what you need up front.
I need her to put her Wi-Fi password in my phone.
So
Okay.
that's what I've got for you. My Uncle Art just came in. He just had his egg session. So
We'll find it.
oh,
That's not good.
it's great. It's a little loud in there. It's a little loud in there. So this was not well planned, but I wanted to show you anybody who might have access to like my stuff on Facebook that would not necessarily have Aaron's access on Facebook. Aaron also isn't I mean, what do I want to say? she's very gung-ho about this and very passionate, very guided, like I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. But she's not going to toot her own horn about it. She's going to offer and say, you know, the egg is great and fantastic and can help with a lot of things. But she's also not, again, she's not going to make a big deal about herself and how she also helps facilitate, because of her energy, like what needs to be done with the egg, like what settings and all that. And there's guidebooks, like it's not just making it up as you go. There's reasons behind doing different things for it. So after you get out of the egg, you do get an electrolyte drink. There's different flavors. And then again, you know, you've got that 10 minutes at the end where it's quiet and you can sit and let some integration happen and settle. And then it's basically said that in most cases you shouldn't, I believe Erin might, if I will check with Erin to make sure I'm right about this and correct myself in the comments if I'm not, but you know, you don't do like more than one egg session a week, because your body does need time to integrate that energy and rebalance before you do more. And it's also suggested, I believe, to not have any other like actual energy work done within a week of having an egg session done. So again, fantastic. The energy, let me just tell you, I woke up, I slept weird. My neck is a little off from the way I slept. And I have a tensiony headache running up the back and around my ears and like into my sinuses. And I'm like, Callie had fallen asleep, so I was sitting in the car massaging and like I want to feel better because I don't get to be with my sisters a whole lot, and I want to enjoy my time here and I want to have fun. And I kid you not, I walked into her space because Callie was asleep. We get out, I walk into her space, and I'm like, it feels good in here. And then I walked into her Reiki room, and instantly there was a shift for me physically, having some relief begin to happen just from being in the room. And that's not even like being in the egg room or being in the egg. So I already feel better than I did. And I'm looking forward to my egg session after Dad is done with his. So anyways, long live. Thank you for watching. Again, Harmonic Egg and Wellness KC. Here's her phone number, 913-244-7001. Her website is harmoniceggwellnesskc.com, so HEWKC.com. You can go there and book your session. She doesn't do, I think she has it blocked off on Mondays so that she has a day off on Mondays and on Sundays as well. I don't know how the rest of her schedule looks. She does have some regulars that come in, but that's where you can log on and get yourself set up for a session. She runs specials. Yes, I'm still talking. I am. I like to hear myself talk, apparently. No, I put it back on myself. But she does specials from time to time. How much are sessions normally, Erin?
Sessions, if you just were to get a one and done session, it would be $140. Your first session is always 50% off.
That's 70.
Yes, so
In case you can't
your
math.
first session is $70, and your first session, that would be without a promotion. So I always give a 50% off no matter what.
Even if you don't have a coupon out.
Even if you don't, yeah, well, and even if you do use a coupon, like I just ran a July 4th special where it was $40 for a session. So a lot of people came in and that was their first session. Well, the next time they come back, they can still use their 50% off coupon.
Okay, so you can
Yeah, so I have
not double dip on the same session, but double dip on your discount.
Yes, so I have lots of discounts that I run. If you refer 3 people and they book, then you get a free session. If you write a Google review that's nifty, you get a session for $50. I know, right? I like my rhyming words. Refer 3, get 1 free. Yes. And then I also have packages and memberships. And basically the difference between the two is one of them you pay in one lump sum, and then the other one you pay on a monthly basis, but it's a little bit more initially when you do the membership, but then additional sessions would be the same price as what you would pay for like a 5-package session. So a 5-package session ends up being $90 a session. And I'm just pretending that there are no children behind me.
Yes, there are no choice. When you come for your session, the 3 of us sisters will not be here with
Physically.
all of our younger children. So it won't be noisy. It won't be noisy like this. So please don't think that this is like,
No, normally,
bring your kids and be noisy while I go get in a session. That's not what it is. It will be
Normally I'm the only one
a
here.
fantastic atmosphere. Okay.
Because
Right now,
I-
cousins haven't seen each other for a while and they're just acting a fool.
So normally, if you were to get a membership, it would be $115 for a silver membership, and then that would be 1 session per month, and then each additional session, if you wanted to come for more, would be $90. If you got a gold membership, it would be $200 a month, and each session would end up being $100 per session, and then additional sessions would be $90. If you get a 5-package deal, it's $90 per session. If you get a 3-package deal, it's $110 per session. And again, the biggest difference is packages you pay up front, all in one lump sum. So for 5 packages, it's $475. But
So-
I'm long-winded.
I think we all are.
I like to hear myself talk too. I'm over here. So
Over here?
Laura's just sipping coffee. So if you bought like a 5-package session or a 5-package deal, you could use those as you see fit. But then if I ran a promotion, you could use a promotional code instead of having to use your package. You
So
could
if you've
also-
got a package credit or extras in your queue, you can still purchase additional ones for cheaper and save your more expensive ones for when there's not a current code.
Do you share those
So,
with family
she-
and friends?
That's what I was just about to say, but Michelle's being long-winded, so.
I took my phone back. So you try and make this as accessible for
Two people as possible.
because it's so many people need this. So many people need this.
And it's very hard to explain how one might feel after an egg session.
Are you going up her nose?
My tripod was not a very good angle there. So it's an experience. I can explain it to you all day long. I own one, I sit in one, but for me to tell you how it might make you feel,
Everybody's a little different.
everybody's very different.
'Cause everybody's energy is different.
You can go into the egg and listen to the same setting and be on the same lights. And every time you go in and do that, even if I put you on the same exact thing as the time before, your experience would be completely different. Oh, if you want to share with family, as a household, you would be able to share sessions and memberships as well. Also, additionally, while we're doing this, I do offer, I do offer remote sessions.
Oh, yes, we did not touch on remote sessions. So if you're a friend that does not live here and you're like, this sounds interesting.
I offer remote sessions. So remote sessions are $85 a session. First one's 50% off. The way that works is I would need a photograph of you from the waist up. I would need your full name and your date of birth. I would then talk to you prior to your session, figure out what settings we would need to put you on, set an intention for you. If you choose to, we have giggling children, which is great, but they are loud. If you chose to do a remote session, we could, it's up to you. I can either gather all this information and put you in the egg. Boy, my hair is really rocking it
Nobody
today.
cares.
I care. Anyway, if I do a remote session with you, we can either FaceTime as I put you into the egg and set intentions so that you can clearly hear that and you can see the lighting, you can hear the music, and then I shut the egg we continue the session, and afterwards I would call you and check in with you. If you do not wish to do that, then that's fine. We can set all those things and the time up beforehand, and then I would just let you know simply that I have put you in the egg and let you know when your session is up.
Sorry.
Your first remote session would also be 50% off because it would be a first session. And any promotions that I would run, you would also be able to get discounted sessions and use the promotions with remote sessions as well. We also offer remote sessions to animals who maybe have anxiety or have been through maybe a traumatic experience, like if you have adopted a pet and they have a specific behavior, you're not sure why. I do not necessarily communicate with the pet, but just based on what you tell me, I've had some success with anxiety and specifically animals pulling out fur, riding in cars. So that is also something we offer. It's a remote session, so it's also $85. Actually, I think that's 80. One's 80, one's 85. I'll have to double check and clarify for you because I wrote it a long time ago. But then we also do children's sessions. So a child session, follow me. A child session, children absorb energy.
They all need to get an egg.
Children absorb energy, and so do animals, much quicker than adults do. And so when a child comes for a session, they can get into the egg with a parent depending on their comfort level and how they feel inside the egg or how large of a child they are. Like, for instance, Anson here, he gets in the egg by his big boy self. He does not.
He's taller than you.
No, he is taller than me now.
He is. Oh
He
my
is
gosh.
taller than me. This is the first time I have stood. Sorry, I'm a little
He does have shoes. on.
discombobulated. Oh, you cheater.
That brings him down a
That's
little.
better. Anson gets in the egg by himself. I do have some clients who have children who are autistic, who are about the size of Anson, and they actually sit on their grandparent or parent's lap and receive a session from the egg. The egg helps with the egg helps with rewiring the nervous system to get your autonomic nervous system to a good balance. And with children with autism, the way that they view the world is kind of disconnected in a sense. I don't know how else to explain that
Well, you're not.
really well
You're
because
not
I'm not a doctor.
You're not an expert in that field.
But what I will tell you is that we have seen, at first it's usually very subtle changes with emotions and energy from children who are autistic. I have a child who is autistic. They are high functioning autistic, so they are able to express to me how they feel. And, they always say, it's the only time when I'm in the egg where I don't feel disconnected, where I feel like I have kind of a clear mind. They also have ADHD. But we have this amazing book, and it can be borrowed if you do not wish to purchase one. And it is called Little Dragon and the Giant Egg. And it is beautifully illustrated, and it was written by Gail Lynn, the facilitator of
The invention of.
the egg. And it helps explain to children in a beautiful way that they can understand kind of what the egg does and how it works. So if that is something that somebody wants to come in and borrow the egg, you can also purchase the books. I have a couple on hand for people who might want to do that. This is a great way to introduce the egg to a child.
So, Erin,
Yes, Michelle.
this sounds all interesting, but I'm really claustrophobic, and I don't think I can get in your egg.
Well, Michelle.
We're going infomercial style now already.
We were doing that a little bit earlier too. Yes.
We'll be right back after our commercial break.
Exactly.
So if you're claustrophobic, the size of the egg is actually larger than the inside of a standard vehicle. It is 11 foot long and 7 foot tall. And when you are in the egg, we also have a doorbell so that if you are in the egg and you feel like you cannot be in the egg anymore, you can push that button and this lovely face will appear and open the door for you. But before we always do a session, if someone is claustrophobic, we first put you in the egg and gauge your comfortability. Is that a word? Yes, it is.
Sure.
Prior to actually starting your session. So we'll put you in the egg, we'll get you comfortable in the chair, we'll then close the door, and I will play just a snippet of music for you to see how comfortable you feel with the door shut. If you don't feel comfortable with the door shut, we slowly open the egg door until you do feel comfortable. The way that the egg is built, there is just a little tiny crack around the door so you can see that there is a way out. There is also a way out from the egg if you were in there by yourself. I egg myself without anybody here. I'm able to open and shut the door. I have had probably now about a dozen clients come in that have been claustrophobic. I've never had anybody not be able to do an egg session with the door shut. But that brings me back to children also, is that if a child is too large or doesn't want their parent in the egg with them, we can also adjust the door to their comfort level and move a chair next to the egg so that the child is able to see their parent. And this is all done in an enclosed room. So it's always about the client's comfort level.
She stopped
Next
talking.
question.
I don't have any next questions. Uncle Art, would you like to tell us about your experience or no?
No.
Okay.
I'd rather share some things.
Okay. So I've been on here for a long time. If you have questions,
We've got answers.
comment.
Sorry.
I could always do my 30-minute later on, my 30-minute story
Wait.
of my last egg session.
Are egg sessions safe for people with pacemakers? Why, yes, they are.
Yes,
Are
they are.
egg sessions safe for women who may be pregnant or wanting to become pregnant?
Yes.
Yes, they are.
And beneficial.
In fact, they are very beneficial for women who are pregnant. It helps create a bond between the mother and the child, and it helps facilitate the emotional stimulation of the said child growing inside of you.
Why are you whispering that?
I don't know.
I do not have a said child growing inside me. So, okay.
So-
Thank you. Oh, were you wanting to share? Okay.
No.
Okay. Questions?